Guys, this is our first look at the brand new Decode Talker integration. It is a Link 3, I believe. Yeah. Kind of looks like the original Decode Talker. Has that um overcard art. Looks sick. So, Decode Talker integration. Dark Cybers Link Effect 2300 Link 3 UBLBR 2 plus effect monsters. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is in your extra monster zone, it gains 500 attack for each link monster on the field and in your graveyard. Also, your opponent cannot target it with card effects. What? Loving the art on this, guys, honestly. Quick effect. You can tribute one monster this card points to you. Send one Cyberse monster from your extra deck to the graveyard. Also, this card can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase this turn. Wait, let me read the first effect. This card is in extra monster. This card in the extra monster zone gains 500 attack for every link monster on the field and in the graveyards. Also, your opponent cannot target it with card effects. That's insane. They could try to infinite and permanence you. They're gonna get wrecked. You just go into Decode Talker OTK Link 3. Then it has the quick effect. You contribute one monster this card points to. Send one Cyberse monster from the extra deck to the graveyard. Also, this card can make up to 2 attacks on a monster during each battle phase this turn. Yeah, that new Decode Talker, insane for OTK. It's kind of like a mix of Decode Talker regular and a non-targetable, kind of like a Honeybot or something like that, and it's like Decode Talker and Decode Talker extended, plus all the link monsters in your graveyard. You go into this at the end, you're gonna have so much attack points. Imagine you have like 14 link monsters in your graveyard. 14 times 500. Do the math. Decode Talker integration. Crazy. Next, we have the Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon of the 4 Heavenly Dragons. I don't know if there's a retrain, but you can only use the Pendulum effect of this card's name once per turn. During your main phase, you can destroy this card, and if you do, add one Pendulum monster with 1,500 or less attack from your deck to your hand for the rest of the turn unless you summon a Pendulum monster. After this effect resolves, you cannot activate monster effects on the field. Monster effect. You can only use the second monster effect of this card's name once per turn. The Pendulum number gains these effects. Gains attack equal to the difference between the Pendulum scales of the 2 cards in the Pendulum zone times 300. Any battle damage your opponent takes from battles involving this card is doubled. If this card is in your monster zone, is destroyed by battle or a card effect, you can add it to your hand. And then if it was destroyed by your opponent, you could special summon it. Not bad. New Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon of the Heavenly Dragons. Of the 4 Heavenly Dragons. Do you guys like Utopia? We're getting a brand new Utopia 39 Utopia Envoy of the Light. Number 39 Utopia Envoy of the Light. It is a Light Warrior Xyz effect. Rank 4, 2,500 to 2,000 defense. You got 2 level 4 monsters. Cannot be destroyed by battle except with a number monster. Dang. You can detach one material from this card, then target one monster you control. For the first time, it would be destroyed by battle or card effect. This turn, it is not destroyed. Wow. And then it has a third effect. When the second attack of this turn is declared, you can make this card gain 2,500 attack, and if you do, it gains this effect. When this card destroys a monster by battle and it sends it to the graveyard, you can special summon it to your field. Wow, this Utopia is really good. It's like a mix of Draco Future, OTK, double or nothing, right? That's insane, dude. This Utopia goes crazy. All right, a new Stardust Dragon, guys. All the protagonists are getting stuff, right? Limit over collection. Release date February 28, 2026. It is a Wind Dragon Synchro effect, level 8, 2500 attack, 2000 defense, 1 tuner plus 1 non-tuner. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. You cannot activate them at the same chain. When your opponent activates a card or effect in response to the activation of your card or effect, quick effect, you can tribute this card and negate the opponent's effect, and if you do, destroy that card. If your monsters was tributed this turn, quick effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon 1 Stardust Synchro monster from your extra deck. Wow. Stardust Dragon, Victim Sanctuary. It's pretty sick looking, guys. These over cards, over the edge cards. I don't know what they call them, but they're sick. All right, guys, we got Elemental Heroes. Favorite hero, Shining Flare Wingman. It is a light warrior fusion effect. Level 8, 2500 attack, 2100 defense. 1 fusion monster plus 1 face-up monster on the field. If this card is always treated as a elemental hero card, you can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is special summoned from the extra deck, you can shuffle 5 monsters from your graveyard into the deck, then draw 2 cards. If you do, this card gains 1000 attack. If this card destroys a monster by battle, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. So it's a draw 2 plus it does good battle damage. That's insane. Not bad. Really good card in my opinion. And it looks pretty cool too. New elemental hero. And you can't forget about the original protagonist, Yugi, the Dark Magician, the Pharaoh's Servant. Dark Spellcaster effect, level 7, 2500 attack, 2100 defense. You can only use the first, second, and third effect of this card's name once per turn, and only once that turn. If this card's name becomes Dark Magician while on the field in the graveyard, you can reveal 1 spell card in your hand, special summon this card from your hand, then you could set 1 spell from that spell and trap that mentions Dark Magician from your deck. Quick effect, you can discard 1 spell, destroy all spells and traps your opponent controls. That's pretty good. It's a lightning storm or what? Crazy. Harpy's Feather Duster? And you get to get a spell? Not bad. If you guys are into Predaplant, you guys can pause it if you need to. This was from the OCG Times Jump Festa 2026. Each time monsters is special summoned to your opponent's field, place 1 predator counter on each of them, and if you do, any of those monsters that are level 2 or higher become level 1 as long as they have a predator counter on them. Once per turn, if your opponent special summons monsters face up, you can target 1 of them until the next turn. This attack gains attack equal to the monsters. Also negate that monster's effect. Once per turn, when another card or field activates on its effect, quick effect, you can destroy 1 card on the field. If this card is in your monster zone and destroyed, you could place it in the Pendulum zone. Blazing Dominion. Dark Plant effect, level 3, 1200 attack, 1200 defense. You can only use the first, second, third effect of this card's name each once per turn. If you control a Predaplant or Starving Venom monster, you could special summon this card from your hand. Then you can add 1 Polymerization from your deck to your hand. Then you can target 1 face-up monster on the field. Its attribute becomes dark until the end of this turn. If this card is special summoned from the graveyard, you can draw 1 card. Not bad. Predaplant, we got a spider. Lognophilia. I don't know how to say that. Dark Plant Tuner effect. Level 1, 600 attack, 100 defense. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can add 1 Predap card from your deck to your hand except Predaplant Longophilia. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then activate 1 of these effects. Place 1 Predator counter on 1 face-up monster on the field, and if it's a level 2 or higher, it becomes a level 1 as long as it has a Predator counter. Set 1 Polymerization from your graveyard or banishment. Predaplant Balthea. Dark Plant Synchro Tuner effect. Level 4. 1900 attack, 1000 defense. 1 tuner plus 1 non-tuner monster to make this. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. If this card is synchro summoned, you can special summon 1 Predaplant or Starving Venom monster from your face up or extra deck or graveyard. If monsters is special summoned, to your opponent's field, you can banish this card and add 1 polymerization or from your graveyard. Fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field. Preda Primitive. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. Send 1 Preda plant card from your deck to your graveyard, except Preda Primitive. Add 1 polymerization spell or fusion spell from your deck to your hand. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of the turn after this card resolves, except plant and dragon monsters. If monsters is special summoned to your opponent's field, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target 1 fusion monster they control, destroy it. Apex Fusion. Normal spell card. You can activate you can activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. Neither player can activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation. Pay 2,000 life points and target 1 effect monster on the field. Special summon 1 monster from your extra deck with the same type, attribute, but different level. Its effects are negated and apply these effects. One of these effects. Fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using both monsters. Send the summon monster to the graveyard. So yeah, new Predaplant stuff and Blazing Dominion coming out in January 24th for the OCG. That is their boss monster, I believe. Starving Venom Winged Dragon. Got a new Borolo Dragon retrain, guys. I could try to read this. You can only special summon 1 Borolord Liberator Dragon once per turn. Once per turn during the battle phase, you could take control of 1 of your opponent's monster and place it to the zone this card points to. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this card effect activation. Once per chain, if this card is in your graveyard, quick effect, you could target 1 monster you control, destroy it, and if you do, special summon this card. Not bad. Got a Starving Venom retrain. These are all just retrains, guys. These are the new cards that are coming out. They're going to be going over the card square. Starving Venom Dragon of the 4 Heavenly Dragons. 2,800 attack, 2,000 defense, 2 dark monsters on the field. This card is always treated as a Predaplant card. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is special summoned, you could target 1 face-up monster on the field. Its attack becomes 0. Its effects are negated and it becomes dark. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can fusion summon 1 dark fusion monster using dark monsters from either field as material, including this card. So yeah, this is 2026 Yu-Gi-Oh, guys. These over art cards go crazy. Bro, look at this new Neo Galaxy Eyes. Oh my god, new Galaxy Eyes XYZ monster. Neo Galaxy Photon Dragon, Photon Howling Light. Rank 8/6 Dragon XCs. Oops. Dragon XCs. It's going to have 4,500 attack, 3,000 defense. You're going to need 3 level 8 monsters to make it. You can XC summon Neo Galaxy Photon once per turn by using 1 rank 8 XC's monster you control transfers materials. If this card is XC summoned, you can special summon in a defense position. Or attach this card as a material. 1 Photon monster from your deck. You could detach 3 materials from this card, tribute 1 XC's monster you control, and if you do, negate the effects of all other face-up cards currently on the field until the end of the turn. Pretty good, pretty good. A full board negate. Alright, guys. We got our rivals now. The new Cyber End Dragon retrain. It is called Cyber End Dragon, the Counter Attack Dragon. Level 10 Light Machine Fusion Effect Monster. 4,000 attack, 2,800 defense. The materials, you're going to need 3 machine monsters with 2,100 or more attack. Must be fusion summoned. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is fusion summoned by using only light monsters, you pay 4,000 life points. Add 1 limited remover from your deck to your hand. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage. Dang. If this card's attack is higher than the original attack, it can make up to 3 attacks during the battle phase. Wow, it's the OTK machine right there, guys. The new Cyber End Dragon. We've already seen it. The brand new Decode Talker, the coldest card on the block. You feel me? We have this card too. Master Spirit Tech Force. Oops. It is a level 12 light machine pendulum effect monster. 3,500 attack, 3,000 defense. The materials you're going to need 1 level 7 or higher pendulum monster plus 1 pendulum monster. Pendulum effect. You can only use the pendulum effect of this card's name once per turn. All right. During your main phase, you can return this card to your extra deck. Then you can add add one level 7 pendulum monster from your deck / face up extra deck to your hand. Monster effect. You can only use the 3 monster effect of the card's name once per turn. This card cannot be destroyed by effects. Your opponent monsters cannot attack except pendulum monsters without a level. You contribute 1 monster you control, then target 1 card your opponent controls, destroy it, and if you do, inflict 1,600 damage to your opponent. Once per turn during the main phase, you can place this card in your pendulum zone. Wow, that card's insane for pendulums. Got some more chibi artworks, guys. Is that Zeus? That looks pretty cool. Following Albaz. I forgot that girl's name, the Ecclesia or something. Underworld Circle, continuous spell card, guys. You can only activate 1 card with this name once per turn or once per duel. Oh. If both players have 5 or more monsters in the graveyard, destroy all monsters on the field or as many as possible. Then each player banish face down all monsters from their decks. Then each player can special summon 1 normal monster from their graveyard. Once per turn during the standby phase, each player can special summon 1 monster from their graveyard, ignoring their summoned conditions, but those monsters are banished when they leave the field. Dang, that's insane. New Gatling support, I guess. I don't know too much about this. Some over the art cards, guys. What do they call it? Some more of them. Not bad, not bad. Okay. That's what they're called, guys. They're called overframe. Man. Here's some more overframes, guys. We're gonna get the number 99, Firewall Dragon, Singularity, Mirror Blade Dragon, Dark Dragoon, Clear Wing Dragon, Wake Up Your Elemental Hero, Super Poly, Dominus, Purge. Crazy. Look at this card, guys. What the hell is this? 5D Signer Dragon card just in. Oops. Another card with overframe rarity revealed. The art is so sick. Quetzalcoatl, the Crimson Dragon. Dark level 12 dragon effect monster. 0 attack and 0 defense. 1 tuner plus 1 non-tuner monsters. You can only use each effect 1 and 3 from this card's name once per turn. If this card is synchro summoned, you can special summon all dragon synchro monsters or as many as possible from your graveyard, but you cannot special summon this turn. Gains attack equal to the combined original attack of all synchro monsters you control. When your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can return 1 dragon synchro monster you control to the extra deck. If you do, negate that effect. Wow, look at that card, guys. That's like the big boss dragon monster of them all. 5D's eating good, huh? Here's what the actual cards are gonna look like when they come. Oh my god, look how shiny they are. They're cooking with these overframe cards, guys. I don't know if this is a new Blue Eyes White Dragon, but there's the Blue Eyes that we haven't seen yet. So I can only read it like this. Blue Eyes White Dragon, the Phantom Beast of the White. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is added from your deck to your hand, or when a monster you control is destroyed by battle, you can reveal this card in your hand, special summon this card. If this card is special summoned from your hand or deck, destroy all monsters your opponent controls, but for the rest of the turn, you can only attack directly with Blue Eyes monsters. When a card or effect that targets this card you control is activated, you can discard 1 card and negate that effect. Dang, the new Blue Eyes is OP. All right, guys, got some new junk support for all you synchro duelists out there. Junk Signal. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. Activate 1 of these effects, but you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except synchro monsters. Tribute 1 monster, special summon 1 Junk Warrior, Stardust Dragon, or a monster that mentions them from your hand, deck, or graveyard. When your opponent activates a card or effect in response to your synchro monster's effect, you can negate that effect. That's insane. They're just showing off these cards again. Pretty cool. Here's that overframe Dark Magician. Wow. These new cards look crazy, guys. So you'll still have your regular version of the cards, but you'll also have the overframe, which is going to be the way better version. And hopefully people are saying they don't want them to reprint these, so hopefully they're super rare. But I don't want it to make it too rare where it's hard to get Yu-Gi-Oh like Pokemon, you know? New Jack Atlas card, guys. Must be synchro summons from the mirror above materials. This card gains 500 attack for each tuner in your graveyard that cannot be destroyed by your opponent's effects. Also, your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Dang. Once per turn, you can banish both this card and all cards your opponent controls and in their graveyard, then special summon one red Nova Dragon from your extra deck. This is treated as a synchro summon. This card is broken. Another new card for you, say. Oops. Assault Sonic Warrior. You only use the each effect of this card's name once per turn. If you control a Junk Warrior or Assault mode or any card that mentions it, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add one Synchron monster or Assault mode from your deck to your hand. If this card is sent to the graveyard as a Synchron material, you can make all monsters you control gain 100 attack until the end of the turn. Not bad. Red Nova Dragon alternate art. We already went through this, the new Predaplant cards. Here's a look at some of the overframe cards. Look at that Decode Talker. Oh my god, that looks so nice. Elemental Hero. Stardust Dragon. These are giant cards. I don't think they're going to actually look like this. Maybe they will. But these are the giant versions of them. I'm liking that Decode Talker. So I believe this is what they'll kind of look like. It won't say secret on the bottom though. Wow, guys, look at that. They kind of look like Starlight Rares a little bit. That Decode Talker though looks sick. Protagonist energy, baby. Alright guys, that's going to do it for the video. These are all your overframe cards. We're getting a brand new Decode Talker retrade. Let's go. Have a good one. See you guys in the next video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Peace.